Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where last time... What did we do? Last time we took on our level 20 Rogues quest, and got back the first bit of treasure that was stolen that we need to recover as part of our bet to save the Rogues Guild. Today is a Sunday episode, which means it is side questing time. Gonna go ahead and eat myself some grilled carp. And let's get going. So last time I said the plan for today was we were going to unlock Leves quests here in Moraby Bay. Then we were going to do whatever side quests remain in the Lenosia area, and then move on to the side quest in Camp Drybone. That plan has changed slightly. It turns out there are more side quests available in the Limsa and Lenosia areas than I thought there were, so we're going to have to spend this entire episode doing cleanup over here. But that's perfectly fine. I don't mind at all, and it won't take too long. We're just getting it out of the way. So, to start off, we're going to unlock Leves quests in Moraby Bay. Specifically at Moraby Dry Docks. We'll make that very quick. We'll just do the tutorial Leves quest, and then we will move on to more interesting side quests out in West Lenosia. So, Orawan, I would like to start doing Leves quests here. Orawan, the Adventurers Guild representative for local Leves quests at the Moraby Dry Docks, is seeking an adventure to undertake guild leaves. Greetings, Adventure. I am Orawan, a representative of the Adventurers Guild. As the Leves meet stationed here at the Moraby Dry Docks, I am responsible for assigning the various tasks that come in from the beleaguered locals. The work is not necessarily simple or safe, thus I would first gauge the limits of your abilities by setting you a trial assignment. Take a moment to peruse the task outlined in this guild leaf. Do you believe yourself up to the challenge? Alright, so looks like we are fighting some megalocrabs. Is that it? Sounds good. Very well, let's see what you can do. Before you begin, I have a word of advice. Acquire some cores from the lightning sprites. Use the cores on the crabs and you'll soon discover which creatures are the big claws. Alright then, we can use those cores in order to weaken our targets. Sounds good. Alright, so where are we starting at? Just outside in Empty Hearts. Let's get out there decently close. I can indeed navigate blind. And let's begin. Shoot, we're playing as Rogue. Oh god. I probably should have switched to a class that actually needs some experience, because Rogue's our highest level right now, but oh well. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, I see some lightning sprites. Any more over here? No. So we're looking for the two big claws. And these lightning cores will both reveal them. And... you're not the target lightning sprites. You are not. Shoot. Where would these lightning sprites be then? Okay, let's take a look at the map. Looks like we've got 4 destinations. There's one to the northwest, and we already looked at the 2 to the northeast. There we go. There's the lightning sprites we're looking for. Alright, that should give us plenty to start working through these megalocrabs. Oh. We only get one. Alright, let's use that lightning sprite core and figure out, are you one of the big claws? Nope. And that really just uses up our one lightning core. That's irritating. Okay, so if it's not the one to the southeast, we'll try the 2 to the northeast. Oh, and we got 2 lightning sprite cores this time. Nice, that's far better. There we go. We've got a big claw. And down it goes. Alright, you should be the other one we're looking for. There we go. Just gonna take you down and the Leave quest will be clear. Beautiful. Completed the task, have you? Then you need only collect your reward. Awesome. Slight little bonus for doing it fast, giving us some, new rogue's arms, which are not any stronger than what we have. You have performed admirably. I have no qualms about assigning you further work. With a Maelstrom warship under construction here, the military is eager to keep the dry docks safe and secure. They'd be glad to know a stalwart adventurer like you is around, cleaning up these problems one at a time. Awesome. I will have to go through and take on the Leave quest in this area in due time. For now, let's head on over to Limsa real quick. Alright, so here in Limsa we have one side quest before we make our way out to Aleport, where the rest of our quests are going to be today. Because I learned how to unlock retainer ventures? Yeah, ventures. Retainer ventures can be unlocked by doing the side quest, An Ill-Conceived Venture. Yeah, you know what? We'll just let the game explain. Several adventurers are having difficulty summoning their retainers. Should you wish to offer your assistance, you will find these troubled souls in Limsa, Gridania, and Ul'dah. The rewards will be the same regardless of whom you help, so do not hesitate to aid the adventure of your choice. So yeah, An Ill-Conceived Venture available, one of them, oh my god. You can find 3 copies of this quest, one in each of the major city-states. I believe you can only do one of them, and completing it will unlock Retainer Ventures. Something weighs heavily on the adventurer's mind. Well then, what do you need help with? Bloody hells, I ain't got time for this. Friend, you look like the helpful sort. Mind handling a meddlesome task for a man in need? My retainer, he reckoned he had what it took to go on a venture in Skull Valley with not more than what I gave him. But now the little bugger's up and vanished. Probably got eaten by a dodo or some such. Any road, if you happen to come across his remains in western Lenosia, I'd like you to inform the local watch so they can set about notifying his kin. You seem relatively heartless, but okay. We're looking for a missing, possibly dead retainer. That's absolutely lovely. I hope they're okay. Well then. West Lenosia, Skull Valley, that's where we were headed already to go to Aleport, so... Beautiful. Incredibly convenient. But yeah, the reason I thought we could get through these quests quickly and then move on to Camp Drybone is because there's only 2 side quests over here right now. Apparently there's a bunch of side quests, but they're all behind the ones that are there right now, so we're gonna end up with basically a quest chain coming up, is what I'm assuming it's gonna be. Anyways, this missing retainer is just up here. Why, hello there. Oh, you're still alive. Okay, let's get in there real quick and get you out of this mess. Alright, what have you gotten your... Oh god, murderous mantises. What have you gotten yourself into? Do I have... I do not have any AoEs yet, but... I am noticing... I normally put that style of attack right there. Alright, there we go. Retainer, are you alright? I don't know what you think you saw, but I assure you that I had everything under control. What? The oaf presumed me to be dead? Who does he think I am? Some wet behind the ears weakling? You could have at least shown some more remorse for furnishing me with such poor equipment. Well, speak of the Sahagin. A moment. It's about bloody time. Do I sound dead to you? Fine, but you're buying the first round. Limlane have mercy, I am not getting paid nearly enough for this work. I hope you treat your retainers with more respect, madam. Anyway, courtesy dictates that I thank you for your intervention. To that end, I ask that you seek out Fridwib in East Hawker's Alley. Tell her what you did, and I'm sure she'll reward you handsomely. Farewell. I keep forgetting that other people also have the teleport and return spells. It never gets used. Alright then, let's head on back and report into Fridwib. Alright, hello there Fridwib. I return. I have rescued a retainer who's being treated pretty poorly, it seems like. Greetings, miss. How may I assist you? Sounds to me like you came along just in time. The last thing we need is another retainer dying during a venture. I gather from your expression you are not familiar with ventures. Quite understandable. Allow me to explain. In cooperation with the Adventurers Guild, we have established a new system through which retainers may be dispatched to procure items for their employers. Should you wish to avail yourself of this additional service, you will need to pay your retainers in advance with ventures. I speak of these, special scrip issued by the Adventurers Guild. Accept them with my compliments. Let me assure you that it isn't a complex process. Any retainer can walk you through it. When next you speak with yours, why not raise the subject? I believe we've picked up many ventures actually from doing Leave quests, so we've got a stockpile all ready to go. We can now dispatch the retainers in our employ on ventures. Summon the retainer you wish to send afield and follow the instructions to begin. Let's go check that out real quick, and then once we've sent our retainer out, we will be able to head out back to Aleport and take on the rest of the side quests. We can now send our retainers out on ventures. Before we can do so, we must first assign them a class. Ah, interesting. What class do I want you to be? Your retainer cannot undertake ventures until you assign their class. Your retainer can be assigned any one class with the exception of those of the Disciples of the Hand. While it is possible to reassign classes, please be warned that your retainer's progress in the current class will be reset. A retainer's class determines which ventures he or she may embark upon. Retainers gain in level by completing ventures, but their level will never exceed your own. So basically, I can tell them to do things for me. Oh, and this is literally just the same tutorial we just had. And they can't be a class that we have not currently unlocked. So we can't set them to be a Disciple of the Hand. I'm going to assume that they are already all of the Disciples of the Hand, but I could be wrong. Let's make you... Oh, what would be most useful? I feel like Minor? Either Minor or a combat class would be most useful. Because I find myself using a lot of ore in a lot of my crafting classes. Like, I use a lot of stuff from botany too, but I use a lot of ore. Let's send you out as a miner. As a miner, your retainer will be able to undertake mining and highland exploration ventures. Let's do it! We must now equip a main arm. Select View Retainer Attributes and Gear from the Retainer menu to proceed. Okay. This is actually a lot more involved than I expected. Anything that we have, we can equip to them. Ah. I will come back for you. I will probably set that up off screen, honestly. There's probably not too much to show with that. I'll deal with it off screen, send them out on ventures, and they'll be more than able to supply us with stuff from mining. We will hopefully have plenty of ores. If there does end up being anything interesting I want to show with that, I will absolutely show that sending them out on a venture, but for now, I will deal with that in my own time. Alright, back to Aleport we go. And let us begin with, I believe, you. Nope, not you. That is one of the quests we are definitely going to do. But the one I'm looking for to start with is Keep Your Day Job, which I think might be a continuation of something we were working on in this area before. Oh nice, we can equip an Iron Lance now as our Lancer. And I'm pretty sure the quest is up on top of the wall. I guess sending out retainers on ventures also gives me a secondary place to put, like, hand-me-downs. I don't necessarily have to sell my old gear right away. I can just give it to the retainers to wear. And then also, I don't have to just sell my gear at shops for a pretty low price. I can sell it via the market boards with the retainers. Oh, this will be very handy for clearing out my inventory. Alright, Sunairo. Private Sunairo needs your help in the defense of Aleport. Hark, enemy in the sky! Pull yourself together, Private! You've been trained for this, even if the only action you've ever seen has been the street fights, tavern brawls, and fisticuffs over who cheated at checkers. First thing first, I must ready the cannon. Now, to walk myself through the steps. Right, make certain you are with Sucker, for arming a cannon is no swift matter. So far, so good. I'll just get Smell and... Smell? That girl always nowhere to be found when she's needed. Fine, Sarge always said to improvise. You over there, Adventure, Limbs Littlemans has need of your service. Slow down the enemy while I arm the cannon. I'll be ready ere the 5th carcass is cold, I promise you. Alright, so you're clearly new to this and struggling, and I cannot jump down that way. Rude. Alright, take down 5 puck hatchlings, and they should be ready by the time we're done. Alright, there's one. Oh, this is gonna be nice and easy. Why are you even concerned? These are easy puck hatchlings. Okay, one more to go. Where is it hiding out? Where is it hiding out? Puck? Where's the puck? Perhaps it's over this way? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, you should probably have that cannon ready already. I cannot find this last puck hatchling. Where the heck has it wandered off to? There were 3 up here. There was 1 down this way, I would imagine. Maybe over this way somewhere? Where the heck is it? What? Uh-oh. What are you doing way over here? What the heck? Okay, I guess it's just fight 5 puck hatchlings in the broad area. It doesn't have to be any specific 5. I suppose that's fair. Here, I'll kill 1 more for good measure. Alright, Sunairo finished up. Let's go check back in. Kinda tempted to switch over to Archer just so I can get Peloton. Just so we can run faster. Or switch over to Rogue for the same thing but passive. Alright then, Sunairo, how's that cannon going? Any luck? Ready to fire. I keep my promises, Adventure, and you keep your skills well honed, I see. A moment, I just received a dispatch. What? They weren't attacking Aleport? Well, that's... What, we're not important enough? They were just babies. Well, you'd have to be duller than a box of hair to fly to cannon position, times being what they are. They're wild animals! I suppose all's well that ends well, but I must admit I was looking forward to putting my training to real use. I didn't join the Maelstrom to break up brawls, you know, and now I shall have to clean the cannon. Yeah, you have fun with that. Please try to relax. Alright, next up, mountains out of Molehills. Storm Private Scenario smells of salt, malt, and bad ideas, and appears intent on securing your services again. Uh-oh. Well, I made a right mess of things the other day. Commander Falkbreda said she'd dock my pay if I pulled something like that again. At least I didn't get tossed in the brig like Samel. Oh, that's what happened to Samel. I've been very cherry since, you can be certain of that. I have little enough coin as is in the papers to slake my thirst with. But this time, there's a real attack on Aleport, and off I go to arm the cannon. Save Aleport from those bloodbaths on four legs, and we'll see what the commander has to say about my pay then. Adventure for Aleport and glory, slow down the horde. I'm certain to be ready by the time you slaughter 5. Yeah, I think you better hope that you get it right this time. If this isn't an actual attack, you might just straight up get fired. Scenario does not seem like the type to be very good at any of this. Alright, we're going after hedge moles. Really? Hedge moles? Are you sure about this? They're hedge moles. They're just kind of existing. They're not doing anything. Are you sure about this? I think she's about to get fired. Alright, there's 3. At least these are far more visible and plentiful than the puck hatchlings. Alright, there we go. Scenario! How's that firing coming along? The cannon or your job, either one. Alright, let's go check in. Does it really have to be such a long walk to get back up there, though? Alright, here we are, Scenario. How in trouble are you? Well slayed, or do I mean slain? I shall need to know these things if I'm to be officer. I've got the powder and ball loaded and primed. Now for the slow march, or slow match. Hark, a dispatch. Stand down forthwith. Not again, but surely these adamantoises are current present. Hedge moles? You're certain? Well, but that's like an adamantoise, except weak and not at all dangerous. Why, oh why, perhaps I've been cursed by some enemy? Not very likely from a mere storm private, second class or no. Now the commander will dock my pay and leave my whistle dry as dust. Well, my lady most gallant, it is called Aleport. I've spent a deal of time admiring the undersides of many a tavern table, I can tell you that. What? It could be that my humors are out of balance from a surfeit of ale? And thus, I see it now. There is excess blood, which has overfed my martial zeal. Satora, your learned ways have shown me the light. Much thanks. I go now to receive a leeching. For a second I misread that as lashing, and was very concerned. You have fun with that. Please chill. Alright, one last quest from Scenario. A wan and listless Scenario has for you a new request. The first that does not involve slaying half a dozen beasts. 5 doesn't count as half a dozen. Greetings, Satora. Will you deliver this in my stead to Camp Skull Valley? It's my report to Commander Falkbreda. I was as plain spoken as I could be, and I was going to report in person, but for some reason I've barely the strength to visit the barber for leechings, let alone make the trip to Skull Valley. I don't suppose you'd be spared a dock and pay. You don't think they'd clap me in the brig, do you? I think you should probably deliver this yourself. I'm surprised you haven't been fired yet. Out of a cannon, in fact. The one you love so much. Alright, on to Camp Skull Valley. Just to the northwest. It's interesting to me that the Maelstrom base... Is it the Yellow Jackets? I think it's actually the Yellow Jackets. It's interesting to me, though, that the base is actually separated from Aleport. That's just unusual and odd. Though, actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I know the reason why Camp Skull Valley is over here. And not inside Aleport itself. Alright, Falkbrita, I've got a letter for you. Ah, an adventure, and one whose name rings a bell. You've been of service to the Maelstrom, I hear. What brings you to Skull Valley? Reports. Not from someone who probably should not be on duty. A report from Private Cenero. It does her little credit that she did not make the trip herself. Stay while I peruse this. She does not prevaricate, at least, that one. Unfortunate how she has gone to rack and ruin since she was posted to Aleport. She was among the first in her shoal to be promoted to 2nd class, yet now... Do you know what a soldier's greatest enemy is, Satora? Boredom. I suspect Cenero has played the craven in fighting this foe. I shall order the paymaster to dock her pay, but I'll not sign a censure. If she can stay out of the taverns and learn to keep herself busy, she may yet earn her salt. Well, I am pleased that she's not getting fired, at least. I don't know, maybe she shouldn't be doing this job, though. She seems particularly bad at it. Alright, Falkbrita has a quest for us, but I believe we're going to be saving that one for a bit. Yes. We're going to be heading back to Aleport. We've got 2 more quests over there. Then we'll report back to Falkbrita. So yeah, as for my theory as to why Aleport and Camp Skull Valley are separated, I'm pretty sure, it's probably going to be confirmed and I'll feel like an idiot for not remembering, I'm pretty sure Camp Skull Valley is over here specifically because just past here, the south and north tide gates, is the Sahagins' home. All of the Sahagin are right over there, so they probably, want to camp pretty close to that, as close as possible. Would be a good idea. Aleport's in a good spot generally, but they probably want an early warning as much as possible. Alright, our next quest is going to be on a wing and a prayer. Hello there, Aldfoot. A fresh morning breeze makes the pennon snap, and Aldfoot the sailor is in a mood to yarn. Ahoy, adventure! My tub sails soon, and I have to have me a little something for the journey. The dusk bats are flying. Think yourself lightsome enough to bring me 5 wings? 4 won't do, and 6 is no good, mind ya. Welcome you are to keep any surfeits, so long as you know what to do with them. You'll bring me the wings? Sure, I can bring you some wings from dusk bats. She's gonna head out and fight a few, and they are up near Camp Skull Valley. Or we don't even have to go that far. Hello there, dusk bats. Sorry, but I need to harvest your wings. If I could do that without killing you, that'd be nice, but you kind of rely on those, don't you? That'd be a bit of a problem if I plucked your wings from your still living bodies. Oh no, I'm so sorry for the idea. Okay, 3 more to go. Let's see. The bulk of them are to the west, but I want to see, is there one up here? If I can get all of them without having to go that close to Camp Skull Valley, that'll save me some walking. Here we go. Oh, even better. Hello. And that should be plenty. Alright, old foot, I got your bat wings. Now, what the heck do you need them for? Are you going... like, what are you going to use them for? You said you need something for your sailing. Sailors are typically associated with alcohol. I'm scared. Please do not ferment bat wings. That sounds unsanitary. I can't imagine that'd make a very good liquor at all. Alright, seriously, Aldfo, what are you actually going to use them for? I'm worried. Ahoy there! Keep your voice down. Nobody's business but ours, isn't it? You got what I asked for? I did indeed. Them's the ones, and that's as pretty a job as I've seen. Now your way around a battle, eh? Well, that's just fine, thank you. Why, we sailors can be a superstitious lot, you know? Some of the crew might look at me odd-like for carrying bat parts, but when the wind's done died and the water casks are dry, it's odd one day, overboard the next. What? No superstition about that. The Dusker's been my luck since I was a boy. Survived more than 2 weeks once on 3 bats I caught trapped at the top of an abandoned watchtower. Even ate a wing off one before I made up my mind to climb down the wall. This journey, we'll be sailing past the Isles of Umbra, and I can feel the sea honing those reefs. The lights at Pharaoh Sirius burn dim since the calamity, and I've always found it a mite too much like that old watchtower for comfort. I ain't been that affrighted boy for a long time. He'll use starved and more than half mad, inching down that sandstone wall on handholds no bigger than a fingertip, but I'll have me 5 bat wings on every journey, just the same as that boy had. Alright, you know what? Actually, that does make a bit of sense. Emergency rations. Not the best rations, but there's something, and you know from experience that they work, so I can't fault you for that. Mummy Dearest, the bashful heir ill-suits a Rogadine, but Aldfoot has it nevertheless, wearing the sheepishness like an incommodious singlet. Ahoy, Satora, it clean slipped my mind the last time, but I've another thing to ask of you. My bearings were lively on the water, but on land, well, I'm what you landlubbers call at sea. Got a letter that needs delivering, and you're the maid for it. I went ashore on some rocks on the voyage in, and a faded petticoat comes up to me, says she got a daughter in Camp Skull Valley which she hadn't seen in years. Had tears in her eyes, pretty eyes too for a woman past her child in years. She must have been a real beauty in her day. Always had a soft spot for tawny eyes, mayhap because the sea is a green-eyed virago and the skies, her sisters, have eyes blue and red, grey and black. Well, this daughter of hers goes by Wiltswis. You'll take the letter to her? Sounds good, and that will actually drop us in Camp Skull Valley, which is perfect since that's where our next set of quests are going to be. Honestly, this set of side quests over here in Aleport, I'm pretty sure we were supposed to do them around the time that we took on Sastasha. Oh well. Things have been busy. We've had a lot of things to cover in the side questing episode, so at least we are getting them done now, done and out of the way, and making our steady progress towards 100% completion. Would you believe we've now done every single side quest in Middle and Lower Lenosia? And almost every single side quest in Limsa Lomensa. There's just a few left, and they aren't going to be available for a while. Like, we are making actually really good progress on side questing. Alright, Wiltswis, I bring a letter for you. Greetings, adventurer. They said you were looking for me? Yeah, you've got a letter from your mother, I think it was. A letter from Mama. I haven't heard from her in so long. She never answered my letters. No, stay, for I'll have a reply to send. What the? Oh, the stone-hearted grasping hag. Wouldn't let me take so much of the hunger-dried fish when I left the island, and now she wants Gil. That succubus! You think me cold? Well, fie on what you think. I wanted something better than tilling salty fields and spilling small fry out the nets, and occasionally taking a passing sailor into my bed for more of the same. She'll receive no reply from me. Thank you for your service, and good day to you. Ah, relationship with your parents troubles. That's something I understand. Alright, what's the next quest we're going to be taking on? We are looking for Nest We Forget, and it looks like that's going to be from Falk Breda. Hello there, Falk Breda. What do you got for me? Commander Falk Breda has a task for you, it seems. It is gratifying to know that at least one person in the encampment welcomes your presence. Really? Is it that bad? I haven't noticed. I haven't really been talking to people. Tarry a while, Satora. It will not be said that an adventurer came to Camp Skull Valley and left without honest pay for honest work. We have a problem that other encampments may well find enviable. The dodos are so plentiful that they even nest within the barracks. The nest must be removed forthwith before it draws beasts dangerous to men as well as birds. You have so many dodos that they're sneaking into base. Got it. We will just destroy the nest and any eggs, and we have an angry pair of parents. Lovely. What did we expect was going to happen when we destroy their nest? Alright, dodos, down you go. Alright, let's go report back, and that already finishes it. Swiftly done. They do say that where a soldier dallies, an adventurer hurries. Peaceful as it may seem now, this encampment was built to ward against the kobolds of Aerghaemr to the north. We do not forget our purpose, you only need to look to our name. The valley floor was once lined with the skulls of kobolds we slew, so that no invader might reach its southern mouth and the settlements beyond without treading on death with every step. Nowadays, it seems we are in danger of treading on dodo eggs at every turn, or on the adders that feast on them. The dodos brought by settlers now run feral and keep us in meat, eggs, and headaches. Okay, so you're not actually focused on the Sahagin. I'm kind of surprised given they are literally right up here. But okay then. Next up, returning to Wiltswiss. What do you got for me? It is a cool and collected Sergeant of Wiltswiss who seeks an obliger today rather than the heartsore fire eater of the other day. Weapons and armor, in order. Saltpeter, in order. Basic provisions, all in order. Poisons? Oh, this file's near gone. Adventure Satora, was it? I hope we can let bygones be bygones. You are skilled in wrangling beasts, I hear, and I have a need of pelican poison. The poison can be readily gathered from pelicans in the area, but I must continue my duties here. Are you so minded to undertake the task? Sure, I can do that. I can find you some poison from the Rothlet pelicans. There are plenty of them around to fight. So let's do it. Oh, they go down real easy. I mean, I know I'm 5 levels above. I know that. But still, gosh, for as big as intimidating as they look. Also, what is with their heads? They look so funky. Okay, looks like we got 2 more over this way. We just need the 1. Beautiful. All right, let's get back to Wiltswiss. I welcome your return, adventurer. Have you what I asked for? Yes, 3 vials of poison for you. Ah, I see you were not stinting in filling the vials. The last adventurer returned with each barely half full and had the cheek to demand full payment. I have had a low opinion of adventurers since, but... You know of our past with the kobolds, but they're not the foe we fight today. Nay, all of our guns are trained on the fishbacks. Such a wee thing this vial, but this too is a gun. So susceptible to Sahagin are to pelican poison that even the rawest recruit may, with a poison-tipped arrow, find herself a fisher of beastmen. There was a settlement here once near Halfstone, then the primal Leviathan rose and the Sahagin invaded. Work of generations was undone in a season and whole families perished. Oh dear. I never knew the Halfstone settlement, but I believe it to be a home worth fighting for. And so we fight with steel, fire, and even poison to reclaim that which is ours. Okay, so I was right. They do focus on the Sahagin. Alright, next up, my brother's not a keeper. Quite thawed towards you after a wintry start, Wiltswiss is practically humming as she devises a new task for you to undertake. Camp Skull Valley was built to hold against attacks from the sea. To the north and south lie narrow channels with a tide gate each to hold the Sahagin at bay. Will you deliver a bottle of lowland wine to the captains of the north and south tide gates? Call it a small privilege of the quartermaster. Please take the first bottle to Captain Thalret of the south tide gate. Alright, we're making a wine delivery. And we get to see the tide gates while we're at it. Oh dear. No, Mantis, I'm not fighting you. You can chill. There we go. Alright, Thalret. Oh my god, that name. Thalret. I hope I'm getting that right. Hail, adventurer. What brings you to South Tidegate? Wine does. A bottle of lowland from Sergeant Wiltswiss? Well, now isn't that something? And isn't she something? Crisp yet full-bodied is my guess. You know, didn't think I had a chance with a woman like that, but looks like she's sweet on me. Always was popular with the fair sex, if I say so myself. I have a brother, you heard about that? He's the captain of North Tidegate. Like his peas in a pod, they say, but they ain't never popped those peas out of the pod, if you take my meaning. Wiltswiss. Got a way about her, she does. Cool as spray, but there's fire there, and welcome she is to show me the light and scorch off every stitch between the two of us. I hate you so much right now. You don't deserve this wine. He's being so creepy about it. Also, I'm pretty sure Wiltswiss said we're delivering to both of the brothers? So that's gonna be awkward. Ugh. That's gonna be really awkward for the brothers if they both make the same assumption. Alright, Wiltswiss, I assume you're having me deliver to the other Tidegate now. Ah, there you are. Did Captain Thalret receive it well? The other bottle is for Captain Nortmon of North Tidegate. I should have mentioned they're brothers in blood as well as arms. You'd think them closer for it, but the bickering is well nigh constant. Yeah, no, Wiltswiss ain't sounding too keen on them in any particular way. Well then, let's go hope this doesn't become a major issue. And conveniently, the next quest I want to do is right next to where we're going. Alright, Nortmon, I bring you some wine. Halt, adventure, North Tidegate is no place for idlers. I bring you some wine. I'm not here just to idle around. Wiltswiss, the quartermaster, that mousy-looking girl? Still, she has excellent taste in wine and must be a mind reader, for I have a supper of ocean cloud waiting that wants nothing more than a glass of lowland vintage. So, sent you over with a bottle just for me, huh? What? Someone to that back berth in South Tidegate, too? Oh, you know what he's gonna think now, that she's his for the taking, that strutting. Well, he's got another think coming, misunderstanding an innocent kindness like that. She's a quartermaster. Doesn't he know this is a professional interest? That goatish fool. I won't have him bothering that lovely girl. Oh, it's about to get even worse than I expected. At least he's not making the same mistake, but he's only not making the mistake because, we told him. Oh dear. Alright then. Ailerloaf, what do you got for me? Learned men write that he who is wroth feels not the sun overhead, and wow, these names today are rough. Alerloaf certainly seems insensible to all but his pressing need for your service. Where's Roanth? I told that barnacle the engineers were letting us take the new cannon out for a test. The 12 know when the mood will next strike for those hugger-muggers. Probably over at the crypt again. Morbid, I call it. I like a good wallow now and then, but he broods on dead folk that he didn't even know. You go fetch Roanth, I'll be liable to profane the lich yard by beating him about his thick head with that big stone hourglass. Ah, there I go, blaspheming the keeper. Not that I much cared for that Ponzi. And that's probably another bit of abominating. Here, take these flowers. Rohan's at the founder's crypt. Give him the pretties for the dead. That'll clear my slate with the gods. You should probably chill a little bit. But yeah, I'll make the delivery. Hello, Rohanth. Hello, Killer Mantis. Oh god, please get off of me. There we go. I bring flowers. Rest in the peace of the 12, Aerghaemr. I bring flowers for the dead. Ah, you bring flowers. Come, no need to be shy. There's plenty of space. Small in life, he who sleeps here is large in death. Alright. Also, the title of this quest is a reference to a book, one that I'm not particularly a fan of, I'm gonna be honest. But it is a classic in literature, for some reason. You never know now there was a hamlet here, would you? Halfstone 'twas called, built on the sweat of near 10 score brows. Near 10 score brows, and put to the Sahagins' torch. The settlers fought aye and how, with not a trained soldier among them. Aerghaemr was one of those, a farmer by trade. He stayed behind to cover the final retreat, asking for as many arrows as could be spared. Then he took off his boots and gave them to another, saying it wasn't far where he was going, and here he lies now. Time was, it'd be hard-pressed to imagine doing what he did. You don't hold fast to much in a privateer's life. No pirate captain's going down with her ship, and any captain who looks to loyalty more than gold is liable to have his throat slit. But now, I gotta be better than that, don't I? I gotta be more like Aerghaemr. Well, I think you're doing a pretty good job if you're paying this much respect, if you're keeping it that far in mind. Probably on a good path. Sergeant Rohanth has the cross-eyed look of a man threading a needle, and none can doubt that you are the stitch in time that saves 9. An adventurer, are you? Seems a shame for you to come all the way out here without more to show for it. How about a bit of Valken hunting? There's a few killer mantises about on account of a hatchin' we missed. The commander sent out hunting parties and collected 10 and 6 heads. There was no more than 20 in a clutch. Think you can handle the last 4? Alright, just gotta kill 4 of these jerks. You've already attacked me several times, so I am more than happy to take down the rest of them. There's 1. Here's 2. Number 3. Now, looks like the last one's gonna be back out that way. And clear. Nice and easy. Alright, Rohanth, I took care of those killer mantises for you. Nasty critters, those killer mantises. I'm sure Aerghaemr wouldn't have wanted anyone dying near his resting place. Good hunting, adventure. See how my shadow grows. It's time I return to the gate. Aerloaf said that we'd be testing a new cannon, like to blow himself to bits without me about. You can collect your pay from Commander Falk Brita at Camp Skull Valley. Be well, adventurer. The 12 go with you. You have fun with that cannon. Let's go report back. Alright then. Falkbrita, I hear you have payment for me. Ah, Satora, you've become a familiar face about these parts. What brings you here today? The rest of the Killer Mantises? Well done, and I must commend Sergeant Rohan for his quick thinking. You have the thanks of this camp. Sometimes I fear that we will lose the war against the Sahagin for having to deal with pests and beasts. Well, worry not, I took care of it for you, and we hit Lancer 21! See, these don't give insignificant experience. Especially since we got that at level 20. Alright, what class do we want to do next? Let's go with Archer. Anything new on Archer? No. Alright, Falkbrita here has the final side quest in the area for us. When the commander of Skull Valley herself wants a word with a humble adventure before she takes to the road, all indications are that something unusual is afoot. I hear you're leaving us, Satora. News travels fast in an encampment. Mayhap you can assist us one last time on your journey out. I have a dispatch here from Maelstrom Command, from Commodore Reiner of the Yellow Jackets. We have been investigating the Sasasha Seagrot on their orders, but it seems they've taken on an adventure of excellent repute and pleasing manner, the Commodore writes, to complete the work. That was me, actually. Now if you... Yes? Ha! This is you he speaks of. Of course! Well, Camp Skull Valley would be glad to add to the burnish of your repute. You have carried out your commissions admirably well. Commodore Reiner and many others in command are of the same mind as I, that we have spread our forces too thin with these tasks. I am all too happy to withdraw our men from the caves, truth be told. Chief Sergeant Ketguistel, I'm going with that, is the ranking officer at Sasasha Seagrot. Locate him and tell him that his mission is complete and he is ordered to report back to Skull Valley. Alright. Finally tying up that loose end. But yeah, after this, there are no more side quests in Western Lenosia until we hit level 42 and make significant amounts of main story progress. So yeah, no, we have cleared this area out. I'm feeling real good about that. And I'm hoping that now that we're starting to get into the groove of the actual main story of the game, we're going to be able to maintain these side quests, the side quest completion at a pretty good pace. Doing side quests about when they're intended to be done, when we are in the areas that they are intended to be done. Alright, Ketguistel! Halt, adventurer, do you mean to enter the Sasasha Seagrot again? I'd advise against it, you'll likely perish in its labyrinthine depth. Trust me, were it not for sheer strength of will, I'd not be standing here. What am I doing out here, you ask? This is a comely spot for strategizing, I find. Far better than the labyrinthine depth of the cave, friend. And there none shall hear you scream, particularly since everybody else has been reassigned. Me as well, you say? Back to Camp Skull Valley and away from the labyrinthine depth of that hellhole? Most excellent, I have my principles and would willingly have sacrificed my life for the mission. But I am not grieved to cede that prospect to you, and bid this grot good day. My place is at a fort or on the battlefield, not crawling around a dank cave with coils of rope and sheaths of paper, fearing I shall never see daylight again. I warn you, friend, there is much danger in those depths. It is, what is the word? Labyrinthine, I tell you. Seems you aren't particularly fond of Sasasha. Fair enough. Alright, and with that, our Western Lenosia side questing is complete for a good long while. So, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we are returning to Camp Drybone to take on more main scenario quests as we continue our investigation into this fake member of the church who has been luring in the unsuspecting. Let's hope we can resolve this issue quickly, because that definitely sounds like a major issue. I'll see everyone next time for that.